Alright friends, so we're just about done with this tub, and I've got all this freeze damage and stuff done, but I noticed a little bit of wetness right here. It's right on the back. It was actually running down this hose and dripping, and I realized it's right here. You see this little bit of water right here? Watch this. I can push on that hose, and you see that water? See that water dripping? When that pump is running, it really drips pretty fast. So we're going to do a repair on this. Now, a lot of people would want you to replace the jet body. I'm going to show you how to fix this without replacing the jet body. This tub is actually running right now full of water, so the first thing I'm going to do is power down. I'm going to lower the water below this. I'm going to drop the water way down. We're going to do what we call a RICO repair right here. We call it a RICO. And we're going to fill it back up and run it, and I'll show you how to fix it without replacing the jet body in a real quick and simple way using one of our RICO kits. Stand by, stay tuned. Alright, there's a couple of ways that you could fix this little situation right here. It just didn't glue well right in here. Plus this movement, this thing hanging its whole life, this thing's actually hanging with water pressure in it. They didn't tie it off, it's not touching the ground, so those things lead to leaks, especially over the long run if they didn't glue it right. Now the way I used to do this is I would take it and cut it off, leaving about 1 inch out. I'd put a worm clamp on this so I didn't break it out, and I would take a pair of pliers, usually Lyman's pliers, and squeeze real tight right here, and a lot of times you can squeeze it really tight and pull it out. So let's just see if we can squeeze it. This one seems pretty loose, so I might be able to squeeze it and pull it out. We'll see. Sometimes you can just squeeze like that and literally just twist it and pull it out, and this one's not going to come out. So it might. It's pretty darn loose. So there you go. Look at that. See, it just popped right out. Now the way you could do that, if you can do a peel out, what I would do back then before we developed this new way is I would glue a piece of hard pipe up in here, cut this off, put a coupler on it, and glue it back in. But you see that I was able to just pop that out. Now the way we would fix it now is a little bit different. I'd clean it, wipe this off, and get a good surface right there where we've got some extra left right there. And I would take this pipe, what this is 1 inch, and 1 inch will go over, tub's not completely empty, that's ½ inch. 1 inch will go over this, and you can see that those are almost the same size. Now this is 1 inch inside diameter pipe. This is bigger than the regular 3/4 that you see in most hot tubs. And what I do is heat this with the heat gun and slide it over this, glue it and slide it over with the heat gun, and I'll show you how to do it in a moment. Then we glue this on here, spin it to win it, and then slip it up in here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to glue these two together. I'm going to slip it on here, spin it to win it, and then I'm going to put glue here and slip it up on there. Now make sure that you got your clamps on before you go doing that. So I'm going to slip that clamp over here first, get that done, and we're going to start the process. So here we go. So first thing I'm going to do is heat this. You don't have to make it hot. You can use, I'm using a heat gun, but you can use a hair dryer to work just as well, to just make it a little bit pliable. Make it a little bit loose. So now I'm going to take my ½ inch coupler, put a little bit of blue glue on the outside of it, and I use Christie's Red Hot Blue. There's nothing better, nothing hotter. It works like a champion. And just, you see how easy with that thing hot, it'll just slip right on there, just like that right there. So now, remember, anytime you're gluing old to new, you got to spin it to win it. So I'm going to make sure the end of this is clean. It's got a little water in it. I didn't take all the water out of the tub. So the first thing I'm going to do is purple prime it. This doesn't take much, just a little bit around where you're going to prime, where you're going to glue it, the surface. Give it a chance to set up and be tacky. While we're doing that, I'm going to clean this. It's set up and tacky. A little blue glue here. A little bit of blue glue on the inside of my coupler. And I'm going to put it on there and spin it till it stops. You got to spin it and win it. If you do not glue, whenever you're gluing new to old, if you don't spin it till it stops, you will, I promise, have trouble in the future. So the next thing we'll do is I'm going to heat this again, just warm it up. And keep in mind that this blue glue is flammable, so do not put this flame on the blue glue. It will catch on fire. Safety first, friends. Alright, now that we've got that warm, throw a little blue glue in here. And a little blue glue on the outside of this jet body. And you see, with very little effort, you can slide it on there just like that. Take your worm clamp, loosen it, and slide it over. That's one. Pull your worm clamp that you stuck on it down here and slip it up. And we offer these kits in the store. If you've got 1.5" plumbing, if you do 3/4, this will work in 3/4. It's just a lot more stretching. And the 3/4 will actually glue inside on this side. You'll just have to really stretch it to get it over the jet body on the other side. But that right there, my friends, will never leak again. That is a completed RICO repair. Now we're going to fill it back up. I'm going to send some water through it and let you see what it looks like. Stay tuned. Alright friends, as you can see, I have water running through that jet. No more leaking. That is a RICO repair exclusively from the Spa Guy. That's something that we created right here. The other thing that I did is, you could see, I mentioned before that these were all loose. I pull tied them to something to hold them up so they're not just hanging. All these pipes were hanging in this tub, which puts undue tension on them. So anytime you get a chance to tie one up, tie it up. RICO repair from the Spa Guy. So friends, if you need a RICO kit like you see right here that we use today, click on the banner above this video. It will take you straight to our website where you'll see the RICO kits and other things that would be related to it. I don't know much, but I do know hot tubs. I'm the Spa Guy. Bye today.